for time, the European Union has grabbed the tech giants by the testicles. That's the half. Not pussy. No, testicles. You see, they fined them. That they have, yes. The European Union has finally grown a spine and slapped Apple and Meta with, fines. Massive ones. Yes. Mind you, I suppose, for these tech giants, sort of equivalent of schoolyard bullies with billion-dollar lunchboxes. So Apple, €500 million to them is nothing, is it? It's like basically saying, sell your stuff on an Apple store, but if you dare tell people they can get it cheaper somewhere else, we'll throttle your visibility. That's pretty much what Apple's been doing. Well, so what do the European Union do? Well, they say it's legal. You can't do that. It's competition laws and shit like that, you don't. It's anti-competitive, they say. And then there's Meta. Mark Zuckerberg's burger. Meta. He got €200 million euro fine for pulling the old pay up or hand over your data trick. Subtle, eh? Now, I've seen a lot of news sites now in the United Kingdom, probably elsewhere as well, where they say you either agree and continue or pay. So there isn't really a proper choice there, you see. So effectively, it's a pay for. So it's a paywall, and they're not being clear about it. It's the same thing. I want to get you to cough up. As soon as I see them, I just click off. I don't want to know. You see, now predictably, Apple's playing the wounded gazelle like they would do. We've spent thousands of engineering hours, they say, complying, they say. Oh, bloody you, boo-hoo, no, I don't give a damn, right? Quite frankly, it's tough tea, you're breaking the rules. That's not compliance. No, that's just window dressing. That's all you're doing. It's the corporate equivalent of sweeping the dirt under the feckin' rug and then complaining that someone had the nerve to check behind the sofa. You see, they're all trying it. We're just trying to see what we get away with, Such as these newspapers, see what we get away with. They ain't said nothing yet. It must be all right, we'll carry on. Then another newspaper, see what they're doing on their website. Yeah, we'll get more subscriptions that way. No. You say what the European Union does, it compiles over a period of time the information and data they need to, basically have a court case to fine the perpetrator, in this case Meta and Apple. And of course they're also concerned about privacy, The company now takes around 30% off, a 30% cut of everything they saw, in regard of digital media and what have you. The digital mafia. There ain't no privacy. Pull the other one. No. Pull the other one's got an air tag on it. Now, Meta, meanwhile, wants to believe that it's your choice. Your choice, either pay up or be relentlessly data mined. That's pretty much what they're saying. You see, I've said this before. See, data is the new gold. And when you think something is free, it's not free. What you're doing is you're selling a piece of yourself. Now, for you to say, it's only data, or what they need to know about me and stuff like that, there's nothing special about me. People are influenced. That's why they advertise. They advertise. And advertisements come in all different forms, political and commercial. People are easily influenced. How else did you get Donald Trump in the White House? Because people have the lack of thinking. Stupid is as stupid does, you see. So that's not a choice. That's coercion with a smiley face emoji, maybe, I don't know, and a like button. See, the Digital Markets Act, it's not perfect because it's new. But at least they're trying to rein in these multimedia moguls and all that, you know, these giants, such as Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all them lot, try to rein them in before they start charging us for the air that we feckin' breathe in an app. But at the time, someone, well, pretty much held them to account. And it's a start. You see, a lot of these, even the United Kingdom and the Digital Markets Act, they're looking at it as well. They're going to start fining. You see, there are things that we cannot allow to carry on the way they have been for way too long. We've allowed these people to run roughshod over us. And we're seeing the effects of it. Whether they be online influencers like Andrew Tate and people like that, or whether they be, well, these companies that are literally gobbling everything up, making it very difficult for smaller businesses to be able to have a fair crack of the whip. And that ain't on. That's when you end up with a situation like what's happened in the high street. We no longer have any shops in the high street. Everyone's buying online. And it's a self-perpetuating thing. Because you can't get what you need in the high street now. So what do? You go online and it goes on and on and on and on. Before there'll be nothing in the high street. Just how it is. Unfortunately. Now, some people say the cat is out of the bag, or, you know, that ship has sailed, and all that sort of stuff. No, it hasn't. You can actually create laws and restrictions that people might not like, but they're there to protect those people. The same people that complain about stuff, it's there to protect them. And that's, you know, well, okay, it's a protectionist racket, it's freedom of speech and all that shit. That's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Freedom of speech is bollocks. It should not be allowed to give you it doesn't give you freedom of speech. We've seen it in the United States. All it's doing is giving the tech moguls this look at Elon Musk, freedom of speech, say whatever he wants, but if you say what you want, you get fucking crushed. It's one-sided. That's not freedom of speech. In any incarnation, that's not freedom of speech. It's control, it's power. They just want power over you. I, for one, I do everything I can to... It's quite difficult because I obviously spend a lot of time online, but I never agree to anything. If I got to agree to something, I'd click off. I reject. I pretty much reject everything. If I have supermarkets, I don't have no supermarket. Well, I actually got cards from what we used to have years ago, but I wised up to that when I realised they're just using it for marketing and sending me shit. So they don't know what my shopping habits are. Only my online sales, which you can't really get away with. You know, purchases of things I buy online. So I make it a little bit difficult. And I try to use aliases wherever I can, just so that doesn't link up. You know, that and VPNs, you name it. I just do what I can. But why should we have to? That's the thing. Why should we have to? Why should we be the ones jumping through hoops to protect ourselves from people who really should be just supplying us with a service? Which maybe we have to pay for. Like I say, when something you think is free, like Facebook, it's not. You're selling a piece of yourself. It's akin to J.D. Vance, alright? Going to visit the Pope and eating a soul, and the next day he pegs it. Just the soul eater. Anyway, you tell me, please leave it in the comments down below. How do you feel about this date? I think we've allowed it to go on for too long, and we've all been too defensive of it. Oh, well, they don't know about me. They can have whatever they like about me. Yeah, until it's not a problem until it is. Anyway, please beat the like button, make subscribe to the channel, a little bell icon. I'm sure we're going to get comments from them saying, oh, you're anti-tech. No, I'm not. If you know me, you know I'm not anti-tech. I just see the logic in it all. I'm anti these multi-billionaires sucking us dry. Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're sucking us dry. They're stealing from us. To the point that's going to crush us. You know, they own most of the world's wealth. And we've got people in poverty. You know, it says can't afford healthcare. You know? The basics of survival. Can't afford to eat, to live. While these people are there, who've been put up there by the poor people at the bottom because they're the ones making the purchases, Well, that sounds like an oxymoron, but you know what I mean. It just disgusts me. It really disgusts me. I sound like a right Marxist now, but it does. It really disgusts me. These people they're traitors to the people. Got Jeff Bezos. I'm so great when you put that woman up in the spaceship. And she comes down, oh, it makes me feel so good. I was like, I touched the I don't know, something. Oh, it's just bollocks. Bragging about something that most people ain't never going to get a chance to do. And I'll be honest, if I was going to spend that amount of millions, 150 odd million, whatever it was, to go up in a feckin' spaceship, well, quite frankly, I'd rather give that to the poor. You know? Some charity, probably dog charity, actually. Or something, you know what I mean? No. Just for one person's ego. These people are disgusting. They are. They're absolutely disgusting. I don't admire them. And I'm sure I'm going to get more comments like, oh, what have you achieved? I'm thinking, no. What have I achieved? I don't know. I've achieved all sorts of stuff. Like a normal person. It's bloody ridiculous. Toodaloo.